The Broncos filled another much-needed position this offseason. This is your Denver Sports Daily for March 20th.
The biggest stories, the latest news. It's Denver Sports Daily.
The Broncos lost their punter Riley Dixon earlier this season, and they filled that role yesterday with Matt Hack. Hack came into the NFL with the Miami Dolphins in 2017, where he spent 4 seasons, and since then, he's been on 4 different teams. Now, Hack has an average ranking of 19.2 among all other punters in the league, placing him just below that 500 threshold. Not a standout punter, not a great punter, and I maybe should have rephrased much needed earlier in the intro, because hopefully the Broncos won't need a punter very much this season. You know, like Caleb Williams said coming in the league when he talked to his punter, hey, you're not going to be punted very much. Hopefully Bo Nix has a conversation like that with Matt Hack, and hopefully when the Broncos do have to punt, Hack is good, because I can't even imagine what Twitter is going to say with his name if he messes up. Can you imagine that? Matt Hack. I mean, the guy's coming to our team. I'm going to be all for him. I'm here for him, but I really hope he does not mess up, because I can't imagine what they will do with his name. Now, the Broncos brought Hack in on a 1-year deal, likely due to the fact that he will be working with his former special teams coach, Darren Rizzi, once again. The Broncos have made so many great signings this offseason. And sure, a punter isn't the biggest. It's probably towards the bottom of the list, but hey, you need one. You need a good punter, and Hack has proven that he's a solid punter. I mean, 19.2 out of all those advanced metrics, not terrible. Not the worst, not the best, but right in the middle of the pack. And that's all you can ask for a punter. Hopefully they can keep making moves to build this team. I think that they still need a little bit more. They need a few more pieces in the offseason, just in free agency, before they look to the draft. You know, you got to get guys who have been experienced in the NFL before you say, hey, we're building a team only around draft and rookies. You can do that with Bo Nix. You can do that with a quarterback, but there are certain players and certain positions that you can't rely on just the draft to look for. Now moving on, the short-handed Nuggets were bested by the Los Angeles Lakers last night, losing 120-108. Now the Nuggets can't seem to get it going in March. They've split their last 8 games, going 4-4, not winning or losing more than once in a row. It's kind of like the Avalanche were back in February. They couldn't get 1, 2, 1, 1. They were just going back and forth, losing one, winning one, losing one, winning one. That's not what you want to see heading towards the playoffs. Now for the second game in a row, Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray have sat on the bench. Unlike the Warriors game, however, this one ended in a loss. In total, 6 Nuggets were in double digits. Aaron Gordon did lead the team again with 26 points and 11 rebounds, proving that he is still a great player in this league with or without Nikola Jokic. He will go out there and he will get his. Now, after this loss, the Nuggets fell to 4th in the West with a record of 44-26, but they do play again tomorrow against a bad Trailblazers team, which should be a good game to get them back on track. But hey, I said the same thing about the Washington Wizards game. Should be an easy game for the Nuggets, but they go out and they lose against the bad teams. They got to go out and they got to get wins against the Lakers when they're injured. Sure, Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray were sitting, but we saw what they did against the Golden State Warriors. They should have had that same intensity. You got guys like Spencer Jones. You got guys like Jalen Pickett who put up 14 points. Pickett played incredibly. You got those guys, go make a statement, get a win against Luka and the Lakers. You got to go out and get those wins when they come to you. Make a name, make a statement, say this bench is one of the better benches in the league, unlike how people have been treated them in the past several years. There was a lot of different problems with this game. There were a lot of different mistakes the Nuggets made. But, you know, losing by 12 to a solid Lakers team when you're missing your 2 best players, I'm not going to hold too much against the Nuggets. Now, moving on, the Avalanche lost as well. They lost 2-1 to the Toronto Maple Leafs last night. The Maple Leafs handed their Avs their second loss in 10 games and ended their mini 2-game win streak. Now, the Leafs were able to pull away in the third period in what was a very low-scoring game for the Avs. It's not often you see them only score 1, and this is only the second time in the last 10 games that the Avs have only scored 1, and both of those games were losses to the Wild in overtime, and then now to the Maple Leafs yesterday. Val Nichushkin was the only Av to score, and it was assisted by none other than Nathan Mackinnon. Incredible play from the guy. Obviously, one of the best players, if not the best in the league right now. So you know he's going to go get his with a point. Val Nichushkin, it's great to see him back out there getting some goals. It's exactly what you want to see, but when the rest of the team isn't stepping up and scoring the way they have been all season, it's almost always going to end in a loss. Now, after the loss, the Avs fell to 41-25-3 and fourth in the Western Conference, but they do play again tonight against the Ottawa Senators. Should be a good game. Again, get back on track. They've had a great March so far. If they can just keep getting wins throughout it, I've got no issue in believing that they will make a deep run in the playoffs. It's very exciting to see what the Avalanche are doing right now. Now, one of the most efficient plays on the offense for the NFL may be banned next season. The tush push was coined by the Philadelphia Eagles and has been the thorn in the side of many teams looking to get a goal line stop, but that may come to an end next season. Now, for those who don't know, the tush push is when you have two larger players lined up behind the quarterback, and as he snaps the ball, they push the QB for almost guaranteed yardage. You're only looking for 1 or 2 yards on that play. And with a team like the Eagles, who got Saquon Barkley within 1 yard of the goal line almost every game, Jalen Hurts had his fair share of rushing touchdowns thanks to the tush push. Now, the Green Bay Packers have proposed banning the play for the upcoming season and all future seasons. Typical Packers, if you can't beat it, ban it. That's my little slight towards Green Bay. But Green Bay is seeking to amend Rule 12, Section 1 of the NFL's rulebook, which pertains to blocking and the use of the hands and arms. The Packers' proposal is to prohibit an offensive player from pushing a teammate who is lined up directly behind the snapper and receives the ball at the snap immediately at the snap, end quote. That is how they phrased it to the NFL. They are looking to get that play banned. The tush push, again, has become very controversial. Many teams find it almost impossible to stop, which gives an unfair advantage to teams who can run the play successfully, is what other people are saying. Unfair advantage is not what I'm saying. The tush push is a solid play. You got to learn how to run it. If it's not working for some teams, it's because you don't know how to run it. The teams who have perfected the tush push earn that right to play it. You can't just go out and ban plays all the time because you can't beat it. If you want to beat it, stack the box with your biggest guys and don't let them get a yard. QB sneaks are going to happen. They're going to have people pushing. It's not fair to say, no, you're not allowed to push right after you get the snap. It's just, come on, that's weak. The tush push is a fair play. You can't just go and ban it because you can't beat it. So that's my case on that. I'd love to hear what you guys think on the tush push. Now, guys, it's that time of year again when everybody's getting ready to fill out their brackets. Well, the good news for you is that you have a chance to win $5,000. If you have that winning bracket, head to denversports.com/bracket to sign up for our 5K bracket challenge presented by Twin Peaks and Rocks Heating and Air. Entries close today before the first game today in about an hour. We got Louisville versus Creighton. That's the first game. It's at 10 a.m. Oh my gosh, it is here. We got it. We got March Madness in the building right now. I mean, what more can you ask for? It's the best time of year. It's March. Teams are going to be upsetting. I got underdogs all the way across the board. If you didn't make an underdog bracket, you're doing it wrong. You need to go out there and make every single bracket. I just made my 10th bracket this morning. I'm going all out. I'm doing everything I can. I know who I got winning. I got St. John's in almost all my brackets. I'd love to hear you guys have winning. But that'll do it for your Denver Sports Daily. Did you guys, by the way, see the Boston Celtics just sold the team for a record-breaking $6.1 billion? God, I wish I could go back to the 1920s and buy a team so my kids would have generational wealth. I do want to read some of your comments. Good morning, Joey. Bo Nix did text punter Matt Hack, said he won't punt here with the Broncos. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Text your punter. You're not punting very much next season. You're not going to punt. I don't want you to punt. I don't want you out on the field. All due respect to the punters, I don't want to see you on the field. I want the Broncos going for it every single play downfield. I believe in Bo Nix. Stop the tush push. I'm okay with that play. Yeah, no, I'm okay with the play. I guess I'm a bit confused on what you're saying. Are you okay with it being banned? Or are you okay with the play? Because I'm okay with the play. I'm fine with the play. If you're getting within 1 yard and you can push your guy into the end zone, go for it. That's a fair play in my eyes. Now, that'll do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I'll be back with you guys again tomorrow. We got a few Nuggets and Avalanche games to recap and preview. Recapping the first day of March Madness. It is here. It is finally here. March Madness is in the building. You can feel it in the air. But that'll do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I will see you all tomorrow. Until then, y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye, y'all.